Okay, over here I'm going to explain how these controls works. This is the SR1. It's all cleaned up, ready to go. I'm just going to briefly explain how to work with the machine very roughly. So the ideal settings is this right here. That's the ideal settings. A lot of people will put this one here between the 6 and 3. What this does, it controls the shaft. This is the part where it's going to push the meat inwards. So it'll control how fast this moves, either small or fast. Okay? The ideal, normally, a lot of people prefer it this way. This controller here, what it does, it controls the pressure. So for an example, if there is product halfway and the shaft will start really quick, and then when it feels the product, that's when the pressure starts. Okay? The ideal, that's when the blade starts. So we're gonna do that again when it resets. So right now it's pushing. When it hits the end, it retracts. Okay, so now let's say at that setting, you're gonna see how the shaft works. Okay, you've seen that the shaft was going really quick and then he put his hand and it started pushing the product. So that's what it does. It knows when there's empty product. And this is more travel speed. Okay, so right now, we're gonna do that again and he's gonna switch it. In order to switch while it's working, you have to pull out. Okay, you pull out, then turn. So right now he just increased it. You see it go faster. Now he's gonna increase it more. So the higher the number he does, the more the shaft moves. So you only want to move the speed here while it's working. That's the ideal time to change the speed. When it's moving, you change it. If you move it more higher here, this is gonna travel faster. So this is the travel of the shaft, and this is the pressure, the amount of pressure that it puts on the product. So depending on your product, this is how you adjust. But ideal, you want to put it between. You want to put it between, right there, between around 3. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to remove the blade, to change the blade for sharpening, and to also change the grid knives. Right now this is set up with sharpened. We sharpened every single knife, grid knife here, and this is a brand new blade. This is brand new. All these rollers are brand new. You got to keep an eye on these rollers. Keep an eye on these rollers. If there's a lot of wear and tear, you need to replace them, or else you're gonna ruin the grid set. So keep an eye on these parts here and here. Okay, so now you need a rubber hammer in order to do that. Again, I'm gonna show you that you're going to hit over here to remove. Okay, when you're tightening, no need to tighten too hard. So this is how he removes that blade. So, okay, just one knock is enough. Okay, one knock is enough to tighten the blade. Now we're gonna show you how to remove this. You're gonna look at the blade and how the setting is. Right here, keep an eye on this part here, because eventually this is gonna do wear and tear. So you want this nice and straight. This part here can be replaced. You don't have to get a whole new blade. That depends on how much is being resharpened here. But this part here, keep an eye on it. When you put it on, you also got to match it with its flat part over here. So you can't get it wrong. You can't make a mistake when you're taking out the blade and putting it back on. Alright, so now we've taken out the main blade. That's called the main blade. And we're going to show you how to take out the grid set and how to put it back on. Wait. So what you see here, I'm going to show you how this setting is. You look at each grid set. This means under. And then you have this one here, which has, looks like an O. That means over. So that means this one is on the outer part, the first one, and the one with the U is the under part. So that's how it looks. So now,
take the knife.
in order to take the knife, you got to make sure that this is aligned this way. You might have to move a little bit of the shaft here, and then it comes out nicely, okay? Look at how it falls. Okay? You just push that up like that. Okay? So, that's the whole grid set like that. We're just going to show you how to take out the grid set now. Keep an eye that these blades here, they're facing downwards. That's it there. Okay, so you gotta keep an eye on these rollers over here. They're all, we replaced any of the rollers that were supposed to be replaced. You see that? They're nice, in good condition. They're new rollers, and that's because they are always moving back and forth. Keep an eye on this. If you see that this is too much wear and tear on these, they need to be replaced. I would recommend to replace these more often than anything, because if you do not replace this, then you're gonna break these teeth over here. You're gonna break your grid. And if you break your grid, it's much cheaper to replace these than to replace a whole grid set. So putting it back on. So this is the main one. It's lying down like that. And now we grab the under, and you're going to align, make sure, hold on. You're going to make sure that you're going to align this with this, okay? Or this one, sorry. And then you just slide it through. It falls into place. Again, you're looking for the one that says over. That means that goes on top. And you put it the opposite direction, and it falls into place. Now you can see that they won't come off once they're locked in. Okay. Now just see, because it's in this right position, it'll just fall in nicely, and you can move it that way like it just did. You see that there? It's okay on one side, but on the other one it's like that. So what he's gonna do is he just adjusts it like that, and now he's gonna, there you go, it's gonna fall right into place. Once it's there, you can do exactly as he's doing right now, and you see that everything's moving correctly. He's gonna loosen it so that he can put on the main blade now.
No-brainer to that time.
Okay, so now putting on the main blade. As you can see, it's very easy to find the spot because it has that back part there that has the flat facing. Okay, if you get it in the wrong spot, you can see that it doesn't go in. So it's gonna fit right snugly. There we go. And then you just knock it in, give it a small, just a small tap. That's it. That's it. That's all you need. And that's how you work with the grid set. Now we've shown you what this looks like on the inside. We will be putting the cover here. Okay, there is a magnet over here as well. There is a magnet over here that makes the machine work. This is the brand new. We got this brand new, which was missing from the machine. As you can see, this is a brand new magnetic. When this magnet touches this part over here, it'll start. So this is how you put this on. It has to be on an angle. When it's on an angle position, you're able to take it out completely and put it on. So in order to work with the machine, that's how you work with the machine. Once it makes contact over here, the machine will start. Okay, the machine will not start unless it feels the contact of the magnet right here. So this is a magnet right here. Once that magnet touches, that's the signal for the machine to start. And that's the machine working well. This is the machine ready to go. Excellent condition.